chest up, shoulders back. Welcome to Revival Wrestling, where I have better wrestling takes than you, and you know it. And we are, as of this recording, about, I think, 3 weeks or so into Cody Rhodes' reign as the new undisputed WWE champion. I will say I am so glad they finally officially changed the name. They got rid of Universal. That was one of the dumbest names they ever came up with. When was that? Like almost 10 years ago they came up with the Universal Championship. I think they really did that because they were pushing the WWE Universe back then. That's when they like renamed the fan base or gave it the formal name, whatever. That was another Vince McMahon thing. But thankfully that's gone, because that just is such a stupid name for a title. Universe. Like he's defending it against the solar system. Is Cody going to bring back the winged eagle? I heard him talk about it. I know that's a very popular thing online. People want. I doubt it, because WWE has undergone a pretty significant rebranding of a lot of their titles. Is Cody's reign off to a bad start? I would say yes, because he's opened up at least Raw, I think. I don't know about SmackDown, but he's been on TV a lot recently since winning, and he's had nothing to do. And you can't even get mad at Cody for this. You know, some people are like, see, Cody's exposed. He's been a jobber the whole time. He just got pushed far, and Roman elevated him and stuff. I mean, Roman definitely elevated him, there's no doubt. I mean, the guy came from AEW in the Indies for a lot of years before this, so there's no doubt about that. But I'm not going to throw all of this on Cody simply because what do you want him to do? Because he won the belt, and he was feuding with Roman and The Rock predominantly, and they both disappeared immediately after WrestleMania. I mean, Roman just was cold turkey gone. The Rock came back for, what, that one Raw after Mania, and they had that really weird exchange whenever it was like, can I hold your belt? Oh, if I can hold yours, you can hold mine, all the stuff. You know, I think that segment was a callback to something I saw someone mention. I don't know what exactly it was, though, but on TV it came off extremely awkward and weird. The crowd was even chanting, "This is awkward." It made them both look really stupid in my estimation. And you got to give credit to The Rock, dude, because he came back and he's just so good at pro wrestling. He just understands it so deeply. He really pushed the feud over the top. But now Cody comes out and he's just cutting the same promos. He's like, once undesirable, now undeniable, which I hate that he says that. I think it sounds so tacky. It's like burying yourself in a way. And, you know, Cody has the whole politician vibe whenever he talks too. The thing with Cody, man, is I think he does much better in promos when he has somebody to go against. When he's just talking on his own, I mean, he still has the crowd on his side. But whenever he's on his own, man, he just gets really, really politician-like, and he just kind of drones and says the thing and says this, and I kiss babies and I do that. I don't think you want to continue this for very long, man, because do you remember even last year people were saying if he beat Roman, the crowd would turn on him quickly? The mainstream crowds now, and this is good for WWE because they have drawn a lot more attention in recent months in the past year or so. Like, they're as hot as they've been in a long time, which means there's not as many smart marks taking over the crowd. That said, it would not surprise me if the smart marks in the crowd start what they always do. They're going to start booing Cody. I think I even heard him get some what chants the other night. Dude, those what chants are among the worst things that have ever happened to pro wrestling. As much of a legend as Stone Cold is, my God, those chants just, they ruin everything so frequently. It's terrible. But it would not surprise me if he starts to get more and more lukewarm, if not smart-ass fans booing him and all this other stuff, whatting him. He needs something to do, bro. And then they have the tournament where it's going to be for the new #1 contender. And I didn't see a lot of those matches, but I saw that it's going to be AJ Styles and LA Knight. And they're going to face Cody. Whoever wins that match is going to face Cody and Backlash in France in May. So you would assume that AJ Styles is going to win because, one, Cody is the biggest babyface in the company. You could argue LA Knight is, realistically. I mean, LA Knight has been pushed away from the main event scene because there's been so much else going on, but he should get back there pretty quickly if you ask me. But you would think that Cody would face a heel AJ Styles because AJ recently turned. He's got that new theme song. Def Rebel, whoever makes WWE's music now, they are just butchering all these theme songs. They're so generic. But you would expect Cody to face AJ, right? AJ's all juiced up now. He's all yoked. He's a bad guy again. He wears all black. I think that just makes sense. It also makes sense, too, for LA Knight's future prospects. Maybe he wins Money in the Bank this year, something like that, to where he gets screwed out of a match by AJ, or maybe AJ has, I don't know, the OC. I don't want to see LA Knight with the OC. Those jobbers. Something, but I would think AJ's going to face Cody. And Cody will beat him. AJ will give him a good heel beatdown. It'll be a very good match because both Cody and AJ are excellent in the ring. I doubt they could have a bad match if they even really tried to. But even after this, man, let's say Cody goes into a 2 or 3 pay-per-view, premium live event, got to use that terminology now, the PLE. If they go into a multi-month feud, Cody's going to come out on top. But is AJ that hot right now to where that's what Cody needs to be doing? I'm not entirely sure. You know, AJ is in that realm where he's so good in the ring, he's always going to be noticed for that. But AJ is a promo. He's not bad, but he's not good. I'd say he's average, maybe slightly above average on the mic, but he's never been standout when it comes to that. He doesn't have to be because he's so talented, but it would help. But even so, man, I mean, when CM Punk comes back, he's going to be with McIntyre. Seth Rollins, I think he's out. I think it's a mix of half paternity leave, half injury. Maybe it's a lot of both, really. I think Becky's gone too now. But if Seth comes back, you would assume he's going to be more on the McIntyre side of things, the World Heavyweight Championship side of things, not the WWE Championship. So I'm trying to think about this, man. Even Roman, I mean, if Roman comes back, I think he's filming something right now. You would assume that he's going to not come back until around SummerSlam. Most likely a very big event. What is Cody going to do? Like, he just finished the story and he's our new champion, and Triple H said himself he's going to lead us into the new era. Well, he needs something to do, bro. And just getting into a match with AJ Styles, I mean, that's something, but I don't know how great that really is. And this isn't just a Cody thing, like I said. This would apply to any champion. You go through this big multi-month struggle, well, multi-year struggle in Cody's case, to finally get the championship, go through all this adversity, and then it's like, hey, I got the title now. And then we go into the old thing of, is the chase better than anything else? You tend to see this a lot in wrestling. I think Damian Priest might be the same route because he just cashed in Money in the Bank, even though he was booked as a joke for months prior to that. I hate how they do that with people. But Damian Priest cashes in, and he's still tied to the Judgment Day. Well, Rhea just relinquished her championship, which stinks. She got legitimately injured. I think her shoulder went into a wall when Liv Morgan attacked her or something. You know, Damian is still tied to the Judgment Day. I guess he could turn face and break away from them, I suppose. Even so, man, I think Priest is going to be the same thing. It's like, oh, he finally cashed in and it went well. Now he holds the belt, and it's like, what's going on here? But comment down below what you think should be done with Cody's reign. Who do you think his ideal opponents are? I don't know, man. We're in an interesting situation because CM Punk would be a great feud. Do you remember before CM Punk officially got hurt? Him and Cody had that back and forth on Raw. It was so good. They were throwing heat at each other. And then Punk got hurt, and then Punk just is all on the McIntyre thing right now. And McIntyre is not involved in the WWE Championship scene. I don't think they're going to do that either. So I'd love to see Punk and Cody once Punk comes back, assuming Fragile Phil doesn't get hurt again. God damn it. Can you imagine if Punk comes back and gets hurt yet again? I mean, recent history would tell us that's what's going to happen, unfortunately. I mean, LA Knight's there, but LA Knight is going to be cheered by the crowd. They should present him as a babyface, or at least he's like a cool, almost bad, but he's a good guy, you know what I mean? He's kind of edgy, but the crowd loves him. So I can't see any benefit to LA Knight versus Cody right now. I'm trying to think of the rest of the main event scene. I mean, who else is there, man? Gunther? Actually, he might be the one. That's probably the one I'm forgetting about because they finally had him drop the Intercontinental Championship to Sami. I still would have given it to Gable, I think. I don't think Sami Zayn needed that. As good a match as it was. And now there's the whole Gable feud, so I get it. But I think Gable could have used the elevation there. Sami's been a multi-time champion already. But I guess Gunther's someone to consider too, because realistically, why would he lose that championship? Because he's above it at this point. He doesn't need that. He can be going to the main event scene as the big bad heel, which I'm looking forward to that. So I guess Cody and Gunther, that'd be a really good feud, right? Because they can really play into Gunther is the snobby European, you know, Imperium. Cody's the American, and he's going to be insulted about, oh, America sucks, right? It's going to be very old school played out, I would assume, but you can make any wrestling angle, even if it's been done a million times. You can make it work if you've got the talent involved, and there would definitely be the talent there for that. So, off the top of my head, I think Gunther is going to be the best opponent for Cody, assuming AJ is the one that faces him first. I don't see anybody else really sticking out at this point. And I'm drawing a blank otherwise, man. Maybe I'm totally neglecting somebody. You know, I'm driving, doing this off the cuff right now. But Let me know down below, who else should Cody be feuding with? Because we're going to assume The Rock and or Reigns are going to come back from SummerSlam, maybe into Survivor Series, maybe into the Royal Rumble. By that point, it's probably going to be the Bloodline Civil War. So that's probably going to be done by then. What I would assume is going to happen around SummerSlam is that maybe Roman comes back and he faces Cody, and then the Bloodline totally disintegrates. Right, maybe The Rock costs Roman, whether intentionally or unintentionally, whatever it's going to be. Then the Bloodline can just get out of the title picture altogether and just do their own kind of family thing, which that'll be very good in its own right, I think. But let me know down below, what have you thought about Cody's reign so far? Do you think Cody gets a little bit exposed when he talks on his own? Does he get too boring? Does he drone on too much? Is it what everybody sort of feared and or predicted, like, okay, this guy's always been a mid-carder, he just got pushed very hard? Or do you think he's really done the work, and do you think he's on the main event level both as a wrestler and as a promo? Very interesting stuff, and the next number of months is going to be very telling as to what happens and where he really falls. I'm going to give Cody the benefit of the doubt, but I'm always able to be proven wrong. And some of these promos I watch him do, like I said, I'm not going to get mad at him because he doesn't have anything to work with right now, but sometimes I get that little itch like, oh man, this is getting kind of cheesy, I don't know. So tell me what you think.